was going to wait and talk to you a little bit and see what the plan was and see what you've actually done of these. But I thought we'd carry on because I just realised we only have an hour for this class. I have an hour and a half with the other class. Anyway, okay, so let's have a quick look at a couple of these examples here. I'm on exercise 17A here. Let's have a look at question 4, okay? It's easy to make concrete. A website gives these ingredients. It says here that we have 3 parts gravel, 2.5 parts sand, 1 part of cement, and 1/2 part of water. Okay? Now, although it doesn't actually say it, all these are ratios, because to make concrete we need 3 parts of gravel, 2.5 parts sand, 1 part cement, and 1/2 part water. All of these are ratios, okay? Now, in particularly, it says here, let's go through the examples here, okay, the questions here. It says, work out the ratios. What's the ratio of gravel to cement? Okay, so we always put the first one, we always put first. So if we want gravel to cement, we have to put down the 3 parts gravel to 1 part cement. Okay, so how do we write that down? We write it down basically, well, this is the way I would normally write it anyway. We write it down to 3 parts gravel to 1 part cement. So the ratio is 3 to 1, okay? Now I say anyway, yeah, let's just leave it there, okay? Yes? Okay. So the second one here is gravel to water. And if we look at the table that we did to start with, how many gravel to water? We have 3 parts gravel to 1/2 part of water, okay? 3 parts to 1/2 part. Now, I personally, again, I would never write it down with halves. We could say 3 to 1/2, but I would prefer to write it down as 6 to 1, okay? Because that's obviously the same. 6 to 1 is the same as 3 to 1/2, okay? Part 3 here, we talk about sand to water, okay? And again, all we do is we look at our top part here, okay? We've got 2.5 parts sand to 1/2 part of water, okay? So we've got 2.5 to 1/2. Again, personally, I would rather write it down as 5 to 1 or 5 to 1, okay? Right, and then the last one here, we've got water to cement, okay? Again, look at the top here. Water to cement, obviously the water needs to go first because that's the one it asks for. Water cement would be 1/2 to 1 or 1 to 2. We can write it down like that. Sorry. Alright? Okay. You get another piece of paper because we've got some more questions to write there. I'll leave that at the top. Okay? It says here, Caspar uses 3 buckets of cement, 3 buckets of cement, okay? How many buckets of water does he need? Well, the ratio here is 1 cement to 1/2 of water, okay? I've got 3 buckets. I'll leave it like this for now because we've got 1s here rather than doing it into 2s, okay? we've got 3 buckets of cement, so I'm multiplying that by 3. That means I need to multiply the half by 3 as well, okay? So basically it's 3 buckets of cement to 1.5 parts or buckets of water. So how much water does he need? 1.5 buckets. Okay? And then the what else have we got here? Here we go. We got Casper has n buckets of cement. Okay? How many buckets of the other ingredients does he need? Okay? So now we just need to look back at the ratios again. And if we have 1 part of cement and n part of cement, okay? How many parts of gravel does he need? Okay? Look at our part here. We've got 1 part of cement to 3 parts gravel, so it would be 3n parts of gravel. Okay? We've got here 2.5 parts of sand to 1 part of cement, so here it would be 2.5n parts of sand. And here we've got 1/2 a part of water, so it would be 1/2 n parts of water. Okay, I've actually written down parts here, but really I ought to write buckets, because we know what the part is. So it would be 3 times n buckets of gravel, 2.5 times n buckets of sand, and 1/2 n buckets of water. Okay?